Hello, leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that provides tips and techniques to help you navigate the leadership challenges you face every day. I'm your host, Paul Grau Jr. from the CLC Team, and we work primarily with military leaders to help them be the absolute best leader they can be. Our primary goal here is to help you lead from your very best self. Because let's face it, everyone deserves a great leader. So let's jump right into today's topic. So today we're continuing with the most common topic I'm asked by my clients, and that is, why do people act the way they do? Or why do people do the things they do? Yesterday we talked about our differences, and I asked you to observe all the differences around you. Now, one major difference around us that is not easily seen, but can be easily observed by the way people react to things, and that is the different perspectives that people have about different things and situations. Now, naturally, we can't see what other people are thinking, but we can see how they react and respond to different situations. And the greater the difference is to the way people react to different situations are usually the most evident for us to see. The thing is, our entire life shapes our perspectives, and it would be ridiculous if we expected everyone else to act, react, respond, or behave the same way that we do in every situation, because we have all lived different lives. We've all had our own unique experiences, and our experiences are what develop our perspectives. Man, I really learned a lot about this while I was going through Air Force basic training. Now, granted, Air Force basic training is not as physical as some of the other services. I'm not going to even pretend that it is. But one thing the Air Force focused on was getting all of us thinking and acting the same way. They focused on getting us to work together as one team. They had us seeing situations the exact same way. And they trained us to respect each other and utilize each other's strengths. Now, my flight and basic training was from all over the nation, and we even had a few international trainees. And yet, by the end of basic training, we were thinking, acting, and reacting very similar to many different situations. We also knew each other's strengths, and we treated each other with respect and dignity. That took living with each other 24/7 for 8 straight weeks. Now, I don't think anyone in your organization is willing to do that. And quite frankly, I don't want to experience that again. However, you could begin small and learn about each other with a variety of team activities. Today, I want to discuss one part of this process, and that is understanding the way people react by looking at their perspectives in the way they are wired. Now, the DISC personality, which I talk a lot about, can divide people into 2 major categories: task-oriented people and people-oriented people. Task-oriented people, or the C's and D's on the DISC, are naturally focused on tasks. Whether it's at work or at home, they are locked in to getting the task at hand completed, no matter what. And that's it. Until the task is complete, they don't really give a rip about anything else, including people. Now, people-oriented people, on the other hand, or the I's and the S's on the DISC, are naturally focused on people. And it doesn't matter how busy you are at work or at home, their primary focus is taking care of people and or enjoying each other's company. They simply love people more than getting things done. Now, if you combine this with why people do things they do, and tie in different perspectives, you can see why a high C or a D on the DISC are locked into getting the job completed at all cost, especially if they were raised in a home where both parents worked and their experiences taught them that that's just what you do. Imagine if you put a high I or S from the DISC in a high-pressure, task-oriented job and expected them to work their tails off without interacting with anyone else. Well, if you're tracking along, you'll know that they will simply be miserable. However, the C's and D's would be very happy in that situation. The same thing can go if you put the C's and D's in a situation that requires them to be very people-oriented and very friendly and communicating with people nonstop. Eventually, they're going to get wore out. So today's challenge is to observe the people around you and figure out who falls in the task-oriented category and who falls in the people-oriented category, and then determine if their job matches up with their natural tendencies. If not, you may be creating a conflicting environment without even knowing it. Hey, as always, thank you for listening. So, we have some big things going on here with our online membership group for leaders. It's actually growing, and we're adding a new group specifically for military leaders. Now, we're still working out all the details and bonuses that will be included. But for now, please help us spread the word. This group will be a place where military leaders can learn new skills, refine older skills, and have deep discussions with like-minded leaders who actually get exactly where other military leaders are coming from. We're going to tap into everyone's expertise, and the group members will help bring out the very best in each other. So keep tuned in, and please be sure to let any military leader that you know about this group, and that will be up and running very, very soon. This is going to be different than any other leadership development group out there. So be ready and, man, get excited. Hey, that's it for today. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.